Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I have done a little card pull for the collective today, and I have to say I am very, very, very excited to share with all of you what has come out. So we are gonna get right into it. I will see you in a second. So before I get directly into it, I would just like to say that this is already what I was channeling. And I was listening to Brittany the Intuitive, and I have a tendency to channel when I'm listening to her readings, so that was really cool. If you don't know who she is, you should absolutely go check her out. She is amazing. She's tarot's best hype woman. She is clearly very gifted, and she is absolutely locked the F in to source. It's amazing. That being said, there seem to be some people around you that have been causing issues for quite a while, and it seems like it's gone unnoticed by you specifically for whatever reason. And there's become this moment of self-doubt where you feel like you can't measure up to the other people in your life, but you're actually propelling yourself further on your journey as a result of thinking that you are in competition with the people around you when you're not. And I say that to say the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords did come out. These were actually cards that I had to kind of get out of the deck, and it's almost like they don't want you to know, right? They don't want you to know that they know how they make you feel. These are people that are in your life that you probably, when you talk to them, after you talk to them, there's almost this sense of sadness or this feeling of like it doesn't necessarily, it's not because you had the conversation with them, but it is as a result. Like the day after you have a conversation with someone, you might notice that your energy is really low and you have a hard time being positive. But hear me out. This is cool because, not because of the way that they are, but because it doesn't matter with the Star card. The Seven of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Lovers. Now, typically we know the Lovers comes out as a soulmate card. And that could be true, that could be on the horizon for you. But the interesting thing about all of this is the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Because what this shows us is that despite these people being in your life, you have put up your personal boundaries, you've learned how to respect yourself, you know who you are, you know where you're going, and you're not going anyone to stop you. No one can stop this energy. This is who you are, right? You are the star. You are the strength. Despite the division, you are the Queen of Pentacles. And it's funny how every time there are people in our path who try to distract us, what they really do is they teach us. They teach us the value of our strength, and they also teach us the absolute amount at which we have it. And so you're on your way, dude. I think it's so funny when this happens, because really enemies are just friends in wolf's clothing. Not because they are good for your life, but because there is this amount of self-evaluation that happens when you have people in your life who doubt you or pull on you or make you believe that you're less than. And it causes this alchemization of your own energy to become the truth of who you actually are. Something that I know is kind of cheesy that I've said for a long time is If there are enemies on your path, you are going the right direction. I have played enough video games to know. And I know that that's a meme and it's been utilized a lot in different settings, but I really do think that that's true. I believe that when you experience enemies, you find yourself. You find your strength, you find your inner power, you find your boundaries, and you find the way that you are best suited to live your life. It may take some time and some hardship, and believe you me, the Seven of Wands speaks of that. It does. But it also speaks of knowing who you're becoming, knowing where you came from. There's a lot of reflection and understanding and peace here. Inner peace that comes from outer chaos. And so we move into this energy. The Lovers, the Star, the Queen of Wands. Because it is established. It is established strongly enough in you now that this is who you are. Not just who you're becoming, who you have chosen to be. And I think that is just the coolest thing in the world. Now, I did receive from Spirit when I was drawing these cards. This is still your set of challenges, right? The Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords speaks, of the completion of this part of everything. It is the 10, so we're moving into other energy, right? But there is this habit of giving people the benefit of the doubt that you've had for a long time. And you have to watch very carefully, become the observer of the lives of the people around you. Be a little more mindful with the things that you are telling others, right? You need to be very discerning of the energy around you and how certain people, after you interact with them, make you feel. So this speaks of that challenge, where these are probably people that on like a daily basis, on a regular, consistent basis, you don't necessarily feel it when you're just having a conversation with them. But yeah, someone doesn't want me to talk about this. There's someone around you that does not want me to talk about this. But they are still in the background of your life, right? So they still have almost like this hold on you, where you have become so accustomed and so comfortable with having them in your life that you wouldn't know that negativity that they're casting at you from freaking Jimmy down the street. And so you have to really look at your relationships and start asking yourself, when you're in conversation or when you're in energy with another person, what is this doing to me? Is this causing a depletion in me? And, what does this look like a day from now, after I've spent a lot of time around X person, X people in my life? Are they adding to the value, or do they take by proxy of the fact that all they talk about is themselves? They don't really care what's going on in your life. And something that I have sort of established recently is people who don't ask you questions about how you're doing, about the things that are going on in your life, when you just offer your energy up freely, that's actually the lack of a boundary, right? So that's something that we're learning how to practice being more efficient in. Is this person curious about me or want something from me? So that's where we're at. Oh, the bottom of the deck energy was the Four of Cups. Now, this is the energy that a lot of people want you in, because they are wanting to keep you in a version of yourself that you already no longer are. So not only is this an energy that people are trying to get from you because they want something from you, they want your attention. And if you stay in this energy, it's easier to get a hold of you. It's easier to shape you sort of in the ways that they want, so that they can take advantage of this softer, more morose, sad version. But that's really unfortunate for them. Boo effing who. Who is she? We don't know her. Bye. That's literally not the version of you. That is not who you are. It is not who you're becoming. And it's probably not even who you've been. Yeah, there's no going back. There's no going back. These hoes are mad. That's too good. Yeah, that's too good. That's too good. This is them without you. The Five of Pentacles, this is them without you. Dreaming of how it used to be. Dreaming of how it used to be. Oh, playing the victim. Playing the fucking victim. That is so hilarious to me. Just because, like, people really want to see you stay the same so that they can just continue playing in your face. Essentially. What a shit show. For them, not for you. You're doing fine. You're doing amazing, actually. You should be giving yourself a pat on the back, a pat on the shoulder, and just being like, you know what? Gold star for me today. I'm gonna have a little latte. I'm gonna have a little moment. Yeah, King of Swords energy. Cutting them all off, getting them out of your life. And even if they're people that are like staying around, they aren't going to be allowed to see the truth of what's going on in your life, right? Because A, they don't deserve to, and B, no longer allowing for this mess to continue. So throughout like I'm getting the next 3 weeks, you'll be seeing, after this message and through this discernment, the truth of the minds of those people, those whisperers in your ear, the ones who, to spite you almost, have been draining you to see if they can pull you back. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm not going to pick up the ones that are on the floor, but we have the Knight of Cups. So, Miss Thing, Mr. Thing, beautiful person, you have something coming in, and it's new. There's someone coming in for you with their white horse and their flowers, and they're ready, and they like you. You might actually already know this person, but it is a new beginning in your life. It's a fresh love. And if you're taken already, this is things getting refreshed in your relationship. Yeah, this really wanted to come out before. So now you're daydreaming. Don't let the past suck you in, though. Don't let these past people suck you back into the reality that you once were a part of by them doting on you and trying to like sort of get you back in their fray, especially after seeing this message, because I think there are going to be other people who see this message. Someone might even be cross-watching you. And if you don't know what cross-watching is, it's when someone tries to get into your energy as a result of looking at the things that they know that you look at, or doing things, interacting with the world in the way that you do, right? So people might be trying to offer you these 6 cups that lead to the past. But we know that's not where we're headed. Okay, so stay away from me with that. Stay away from me with all of that negativity, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, just in this video, I will bring you this energy. I wrap you in the highest divine order of protection, and only those that have good intentions, who are here, who are watching this, will be given that divine guided light and protection. May you stay safe. May your blessings stay safe. May you be given everything that you have been looped up for. And with that, the Five of Cups. Yeah, crying into the past. Boo freaking who. We're over it. We're moving on. We are moving on into our divinity, into our birthright, into our claimed place. Because these hoes ain't loyal. And they don't deserve us. So, get after it. Because this is what is on your horizon. But you have to let go. And you have to stop falling prey to someone else's narrative. Celebration. Wee. Play that music loud and proud. And cry. If it hurts, cry all the way to the bank. Because baby, you are golden. I will say too that while I was offering that protection, my camera stopped working. My apps shut themselves out. And everything locked up and froze. So, there's at least one person who like really, really does not want to see you succeed. Because they're afraid of getting left behind. And to that person, I have to say, you had all of the opportunities in the world to be a good person, to be a better version of yourself, and you chose not to grow. You chose not to grow with this person. You decided that you wanted to take from this person. Whoever I'm speaking to, they decided that they wanted to try to, take your 10 of Pentacles. Not for them. Not for them. Cannot be more abundantly clear than that. Spirit is like crossed arms, shaking their heads. Like your ancestors are like, they played with the wrong bit. So know that you're safe. Know that you're divinely protected, and whoever this is, they're gonna have a moment. They need to take several seats. Because your rebirth has gone super well, and they just don't have it like you have it, baby. They just don't have it like you have it, and they know that. So let them squirm. Taking your energy back really makes people act around you. You already know, I think, in a lot of this, for a lot of you, but there are going to be some of you who are like in the middle of this process when you see this. And so it's going to be like, oh, I should be drawing back a little bit. Cause this energy is not for you. This is not your energy. When this is happening to you, this Nine of Swords, this like dark night feeling that you have persistently and consistently alchemized and moved through, it's not yours. It's someone else trying to infiltrate the truth of your energy so that they can become what you naturally are. So, we're not going to do that. We are not going to let that happen. Spirit, are there any closing messages you would like to impart on the beloved people that are watching this? I put all of the cards back in the deck, by the way. I just wanted you guys to know that. So if something comes out that has already come out, it's just confirmation. Spirit, can we get some, ooh, that's a lot, baby. Oh my God, okay. Yeah. You're gonna be just fine. Sitting pretty, on your throne, doing it right, doing it the real way, because you always do. At the start of this new journey, still learning, because you shine. Because you shine. And you are love, the Ace of Cups. And the Sun. You are love. And no one can take that from you. I love you. I will see you soon. As always, God bless. Blessed be. Namaste. Inshallah. Annyeonghaseyo.